Hello everyone, welcome back to this new tutorial. Today we will make a small program in which we will ask the user to give us some input, and then we will later use that input to actually show the user his age and his name and stuff like that. So let's start coding, shall we? So first of all, let's just delete these two lines that we wrote earlier. And let's start by making a simple console.writeLine. And let's ask the user for his name. So just say name, and then, or let's say input your name here, and make sure there's a space here just so it looks good if you're in the program. Then we will run the program, and as you will see, we will just print input your name here. Okay, but as you can see, the cursor is here. The line beneath input your name here, and that's not what we want because when we write now it's like below, and that's not really nice. So the way we fix this, we do a write instead of a write line. And what will happen now is, now you can see that the cursor is right here after our text. So if you write now, it's like right after it, so that's way better. Then the way we use the user input is when we do console.readLine. What does this do? Well, I explained it in an earlier video, but basically it will read whatever is on the screen, right? So if we were to run the program and we write something, for example, let's write hello, and now I press enter, so now it read the hello, right? But the program is still going because I have another console.read line. But if I press enter again, it will stop running, right? So now this allows us to know what the user has actually written down. So let's actually make a string. Let's call it name. Let's set it equal to the console.readLine. Right? So what we do here is very simple actually. We just put the info of the console.readLine into a variable, into a string variable. And as you know from the previous video, a string variable can store multiple letters. Okay, and if we run the program now, we can say input your name here, CreeperFreaker. Let's press enter. Same thing happens. So nothing special. But now the cool thing comes, and that's when we do console.writeLine. And let's write your name is, and then let's use string interpolation. So we need a $sign here, string interpolation, and then is name with the square brackets and a name in between. And what happens now is whatever we write down, so CreeperFreaker, you see now it says your name is CreeperFreaker because it read this. We pressed enter, and when we pressed enter, it went to the next line, which is here, and then it read the name that we stored here, because you have to press enter every time you get across a console.read line, right? There's some cool things you can do with that, but let's also ask the user for his age, and let's also print that out. So try to do that at home, pause the video, and then right now I will show you how you should have done it. So let's do an easy console.write, and let's say input your age here. Okay, and then instead of a string, we're actually going to make an integer age and set it equal to console.readLine. right? And then also we want to we want to display the age of the user. So let's also do a write line here with string interpolation. So your age is age. Or you can also say you are age years old, and then close it with a semi bracket. Okay, but now we have an error, right? How do we fix that error? It says cannot implicitly convert type string to int. So it says the console.readline is a string. Well, that's actually very normal and very easy to understand, because in the command prompt, if you write anything down, even if it's a number, it will also be a string, right? You can store numbers in a string, like string random string is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bloop. And there's no error on line 17 because this is a string at the end of the day. So the thing we have to do is we basically have to convert this console.readline so it's an integer, right? And that's an easy thing to do. We can just put it in brackets and say convert dot to int 32, and then there's no more errors. We can start the program and we can just say Creeper, your name, your age is, let's say, 20. Your name is Creeper, you are 20 years old. Boom. Easy as that. Okay, so now you learned how to make a program in which you use user inputs with the console.readline. You store it in a variable, and then later in the program you actually show the user's input to the user using a string interpolation. So that's a really cool thing. You can make a lot of cool things with that. Be sure to try some stuff at home, make some programs. It's really cool. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Be sure to like, also subscribe, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video in which we will learn how to use if statements. So that's also a really cool thing. But yeah, bye.